All week long, we've been taking a look at the rise of hate crimes across the country. Tonight, we examine how Canada's trans community is taking a stand in the face of hatred.
The family is being destroyed. Society is being destroyed.
I'm fearless. I don't have a problem with facing hate and calling it for what it is.
Vancouver, we're a city that prides itself on inclusivity, but beneath the rainbow flags and crosswalks, there's a growing sentiment of hate aimed at this community, and it's getting louder.
This is a gentleman that says, I'm a bit tired, but I continually call out freak shows like Brad Dirks. These people are all chick and they hide as all perverts do.
How does that make you feel?
Not good. You know, it's, I think these people are trying to use intimidation and bully tactics, trying to silence parents like me.
Brad Dirks is a proud father of a trans child, but unlike regular dads, he has to fight a daily onslaught of hate aimed directly at him and his son.
I'm just the same as other parents, but I constantly have to have this shield to protect my kid from people that are inciting hatred towards him, and I constantly have to have the sword to battle back, to try to combat that kind of incitement of hatred that's going on, and it's non-stop lately.
So Brad has decided to speak up, from doing TED Talks on having a trans kid, protesting on the front line of gay rights rallies, or working with the RCMP to create safe spaces for the LGBTQ community. This is a personal fight for him.
When I started seeing the same people in the same groups over and over spreading this information, I just couldn't sit silent anymore. I had to speak up.
And it's groups like Culture Guard that Brad is fighting. Its founder, Carrie Simpson, has been accused of inciting hatred. They'd be banned from speaking at venues across the country and are fiercely opposed to Soji 123, the program that promotes pro-LGBTQ learning environments in BC schools. And our opposition also extends to trans rights.
When you start abusing your rights as a man to come into a woman's washroom, to come into my daughter's change room, to come into my granddaughter's sports team, you know, we've got some problems there and we have to end it.
And it's those kind of views that are beginning to play out across the province. From vandalised rainbow crosswalks to pride flags being defaced and stolen, hate is on the rise. In a poll conducted by Polaris Strategic Insights and provided exclusively to City News, 11% of Canadians said they had negative or intolerant views of people who have a different gender identity than assigned at birth. Only intolerance towards religions other than Christianity drew as much negative sentiment.
Of all hate crimes in Canada, those directed at our community are the most violent. Much more violence compared to other types of hate crimes.
The rainbow pride on the front, and then I have the trans flag on the back.
And it's because of those worrying statistics that Brad continues to fight for families like his. Whether on the street or online through social media support groups, he says he'll stop at nothing to stop the hate.
My son doesn't look at himself as a transgender kid. He looks at himself as a kid. He doesn't look at himself as a transgender boy. He looks at himself as a boy. There is no debate. You know, trans people are real people. That they're born that way. This isn't about family values or family rights or freedom of expression. This is about true hate towards gay and trans people.
In Vancouver, Walsh, City News.